Hello and welcome everyone to the new video. Now this man you're going to see here is called Willvictory. I encountered this guy a long time ago back on Conquest. We were playing a game on Narvik, but this was like a month ago or something. It was a long time ago, and this man piqued my interest even then, but his score was mostly legit and nobody seemed to say anything about him. Nobody was saying hacker, so I never really paid much attention until I saw him just yesterday. He was playing this game on the Aras, but he was also playing 2 games before that, and I was spectating him because there was nothing to do really. It was raining the whole day, so I was really interested in how Mr. Will gets so many kills, and especially the guns he's using. He was using a Lewis gun when I first saw him, and you know, Lewis gun is usually what hackers choose to destroy everyone in the server. But Mr. Will here is not like your usual hacker. He's not like your usual cheater. The reason this video is called Smartest or Dumbest is something you're about to see. Now watch how he gets killed right here. I mean, bear in mind, he is a hacker. There you go. He just got killed by someone, and he clearly knew someone was going at him. And this is why he is the dumbest cheater. But pretty soon you're going to see why he's also the smartest one that I ever seen. Now Mr. Willvictory is a low-level hacker, and I know until now you've never seen really nothing that would confirm he was hacking. But that's a short-lived life. Now watch this. And especially this. And there you go. I think we all know what Mr. Will is here. Now it's important to see here, he chose to kill a guy through the smoke, and yet he didn't choose to kill the guy that was actually able to see him. Now this is the reason why Mr. Will is so good at hiding what he really is. In the 3 games that I spectated him, so far nobody has seen anything. Nobody reported anything. All the players in the game said nothing. The entire lobby was convinced that Mr. Will is completely legit normal player, which is why his genius should be awarded. I mean, this dude played for like I think 5 games. I started to track him after 3 games. This is the second game. There's also the last one that I tracked him. And in all that time, nobody really noticed what he was doing. Nobody knew what he was, and nobody said anything. This man managed to fool both all the players in Battlefield, and he also managed to fool the Battlefield's own anti-cheat. From what I can tell, he doesn't have like I don't think he has an aimbot. He just uses these noob guns and gets a lot of kills. I believe he just has a wall hack, but there's something odd. And watch this kill. See that? You see, sometimes he goes a bit blatant. He kills a person for something, and most of the time he just dies like this, or he dies by players he should have seen coming. You know, in the close quarters especially, you will see on the next map, on the Rotterdam. You will notice how he gets killed by people he should have known they are there. It's not something that only hacker can know. It's something that you would usually know. I mean, usually people play this game and they sort of know what to expect. You know, when you're going up against a stairwell, you're going to look up to see whether or not someone is up there or not. This guy is strange because he doesn't do any of that. And yet he's level 70, so he should know better. So, whatever his hack is, I'm not sure whether or not he's hacking all the time, or he just sort of turns his hack on and off. But I do know that he's behaving strangely, even for a hacker. And you saw that last bit when he started shooting someone without seeing them. That's amazing. Anyway, now we are on Rotterdam, and on this map, his pattern of behavior continues. He's still strange, he still behaves oddly, and I don't know whether or not he knows I'm spectating him. I want to say he doesn't know, because some of the kills that he does are just ridiculous. So I'm not sure, but maybe this is how this man avoided detection. Now watch this, he doesn't look behind him. Someone is clearly behind him, and you know, nothing. He doesn't look the other way at all. This struck me as odd. So he has been behaving this way throughout the entire time that I was watching him. So I just wanted to make a video of him and try to make sense of what he was doing. This whole time he was acting like this player who just started playing Battlefield with this level 70 account. And I know for a fact that I saw this man before. And I'm not sure what happened to my recording. I think I accidentally deleted it or something. But this time I saw him and I just knew who he was. And I couldn't believe that the whole time that I was spectating him, I couldn't believe that no one in the chat said a thing. Nobody said a peep, a word. And then he goes in there and then he dies like this. And if he's a wall hacker, he should have known that there's a guy in there. But obviously we've seen before how he killed the guy through smoke. So he is a waller, but it looks like he's just watch this. This is interesting though. He was watching in that direction and suddenly a guy appeared and he was trying to kill him, and he obviously didn't see where he is. But what I was trying to say is he obviously knows how to hide his tracks, because in this whole time, first of all, he's level 70. He knows how to avoid bans, and also he behaves like a little bit of a dimwit, someone not smart enough, someone like pretends to be really dumb, but he's actually quite smart, or he's just the dumbest guy I've ever seen. It's hard to make a distinction here. He's either the smartest cheater that I've ever seen, because he avoids detection from both humans, people in the lobby, and the Battlefield's anti-cheat system. That is why he would be the smartest guy. But also he's the dumbest guy because he allows himself to get killed so easily with just simple kills is what get him killed. This is what struck me as very interesting. So I wanted to see and watch with all of you guys how he plays the game, because he is not, you have to admit, he is not your usual hacker. You saw how he killed someone just now. Now this could have been, he could have heard something in that direction. I'm not saying this was like a obvious hack, but it's quite, it's quite unlikely, but it doesn't matter. We'll see what he is. Now he spends most of his time on this map just watching through walls or whatever, I don't know. Look at this. This is what I meant early. He just allows himself to get killed so easily while knowing that someone is out there going to kill him. Someone is going, in his direction. Usually hackers just they just put the aim lock on the guy's head and they get rid of any player. But not this dude. He behaves strangely and oddly the whole time. Now, obviously he knew someone was in here and he decided to kill him. And then he just goes in there and he apparently doesn't know that there's a guy right above him, and he allows himself to get killed. This is the strange part that I seen while watching this guy. It is very hard to determine. I mean, even for someone who was, even if there was more spectators, it would be hard to distinguish whether or not he was a hacker or a cheater by just watching this game in particular, because so far he did nothing on this match except for that kill on while guy was in the water. He did nothing that would be, seen as really strange or odd. But this is the game where just one guy, just one dude is, one dude accuses him of cheating. The whole lobby, in 5 games, the whole lobby, just one guy that accused him of cheating. Now this is where he chooses his shotgun. I believe this is the weapon he wanted all along. Now you guys know what weapons he's using. So far, he's used that AR gun from the assault class. He used this shotgun, and prior to this, he used Lewis gun. All guns favored by these people. I mean, shotgun has insane range, but look at this. He just sort of knew this guy is going to swim out of the water and he's going to see him. So yeah, it is quite odd to see a player like this, because on one hand he acts like he doesn't see anyone and he gets killed way too easily. On the other hand, he kills people with shotgun on a large distance and nobody says a word. Nobody in the chat says anything. This guy that he just killed, he should have seen him coming. I mean, it was quite obvious he was there, and yet nothing. I was starting to think for a while that he was playing against bots or something, because it was just strange for me that no one from these people saw it. Look at this. He kills the whole squad here. Unbelievable. There you go. Just unbelievable to watch him play and nobody says anything. And this has been going on for this whole time, this whole match, until the very end on this map on Rotterdam. Somebody outed him and said he was cheating, and after that he just went away. He just disappeared from the game. Now I want to see his score here, but look at this. I mean, 21 kills, while everyone else doesn't even have 10 kills. And his team is still not, you know, his team is winning, but just barely. Which means that the red team is actually quite good, and they would probably win this match if it wasn't for our man, Mr. Willvictory. But he's in there, and some of his kills are ridiculous. Now watch what he does with his shotgun. It is just amazing how he kills people. And there is no there's no aimbot. He just goes around, kills people with a shotgun. But it's interesting to see that sometimes he sees people, I mean, you know, like a normal wall hacker would, and sometimes he just he doesn't seem to see people, or he's just pretending not to see them. I don't know which is which, I don't know which is true, but it's important for me to know what this guy really is. He is a hacker, but he does seem to have some sort of logic on which he operates. He does seem to have some sort of strange code on how to kill people. I mean, he kills 2 or 3 players pretty, you know, blatantly, and then he just stops. Then he allows himself to get killed by the most, look at this. He knew there was someone in there, and yet he just allowed himself to get killed. It is a great strategy, really, to avoid detection from both players and anti-cheat from Battlefield. So I guess this is how he managed to rule the game for so long. I mean, this guy has been doing this for at least a month, but I'm willing to guess he was doing it for even longer. Now, this time where he respawns, he's going to look at walls for whatever reason. Just looking at walls. I don't know why. Some guy just got killed here. And for the most part, this is what he does right now. He just goes in there, he observes things around him. You see, right now his team is in the lead, so he doesn't have to kill a lot. I believe this is the time where he just allows his teammate to actually get some sort of kills, because he noticed, even he has to notice, that he's going really blatant. I mean, he has a lot of kills, not that many deaths. So his team right now is winning. Look at this. He apparently didn't see the guy that was right there in the next room. This is what I mean when I say that this man makes such obvious mistakes. But the question here is it on purpose? I mean, does he do this while knowing he's going to get killed? Or his hack has some sort of limitation? Did you saw that kill? Oh my god. 100 meters away and he got the kill. Unbelievable. This is like the oldest Battlefield meme ever. So this is why this man is either smartest or the dumbest. You make the call, you make the decision. I really can't make it on my own, because most of his behavior just makes no sense for me. Sometimes he acts so smart, like here, and sometimes he gets killed while knowing that player is going in there, you know, that someone is going to kill him. He walks into a room, he gets killed, and he should have known that the player is going to be there, because he obviously does know when someone is when someone is in the room or someone is behind him or above him or anything. But still, he lets himself get killed. So I guess this is a strategy now used by these, I would say, shadow hackers, you know, people who hack but not as hard as those blatant ones. Now there's someone in the room, I guess, here. Yeah, he just killed him. Unbelievable. This is the power of the shotgun. You don't need skill, you don't need anything really. You just have to know how to aim at the general direction of some player. Well, I believe this is all. You're going to see in the end how some guy actually recognizes him as a cheater. Now the guy that recognized him is level 120, I think, so there's no surprise that he got discovered in the end, and right when he gets discovered after this game, he will stop playing. So I think this is it for me, boys. You're going to watch the video till the end. I hope you like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. Enjoy the rest of it, and please report this guy because it's quite obvious what he is, and unless we report him, he will never get banned. It's just the man developed just a smart strategy to avoid bans, and as a community, as players, we have to combat this behavior. We have to report him. We have to we just have to report him. I mean, go into your origin client, report this guy, use this video as a reference, and I'm convinced that DICE will ban him pretty soon. That would be all, boys. See you in the next video.
Munition! Munition, hier! Munition, hier! Hier, frische Munition!
Click that subscribe button, boys, and see you in the next video.